but you're always building. Marriage takeover. Oh, what's happening? My bad. It's just a up, real. What's good? What's up? Listen, I ain't gonna tell y'all no tale. I hope y'all ready. Another day in the kitchen. You already know. Rep your city, rep where you coming from, rep where you listening from. Go ahead and rep that joint. Where you checking in from? Oh man. Go ahead and rep where you coming in from.
Wisconsin.
Who?
Wisconsin.
Oh, Wisconsin in the house. Hey.
New York City.
Oh, NY in the building. Hey. NY is in the building.
Maryland.
Uh-oh, the DMV, where you at in Maryland, Slim? Let me know.
Connecticut.
Oh, Connecticut in the building. Oh. What? Woo! Come on. Hey, come on, give me some volume on that joint. Crank that joint up, Slim.
Nashville.
Oh, Tennessee in the building. Nashville. Hey. What? Come on. What?
Love the lights.
Who?
I love the lights.
Hey, think about them lights. Hey, wait a minute. Give that joint. Let's give them the good effect. Here we go. Hey. 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 Hey, hear that twerk? Up. Woo! All day, baby. Come on. Get at me. Let me know where you checking in from. I hope y'all ready for the night. We're gonna get it in. It's part 2 of With the Kids. I only got one. The other one in college.
Philly.
Oh, Philly in the building.
Ooh, okay, party lights. Yes, the kitchen is lit.
Yeah. Hey, it's how we roll. We light it up.
Good evening.
What? Come on. Hey. Y'all do that, hear that theme music? What? Come on. Hey, are y'all rocking with me? What? Take over. I hope y'all ready. Cause we gonna get it in tonight. What? Hear that twerk up? Oh!
Hey.
Oh! I'm gonna take it to the floor. Watch out now! Oh! I need help!
Loving the vibe. Loving the vibe.
I need help!
Uh-oh,
We gonna make it.
what happened?
I tried to take it to the floor.
Your knee gave out?
I couldn't make it.
Hey.
Yeah.
What's good, Tina Cozy? How are you?
Hey, I hope y'all ready. Are you ready? Take over.
We are
Mary, take over. Take over. Woo! Yo, yo, yo. What it do? What it do? How y'all feeling today? Real quick, you already know, man. One thing we want to tell y'all, hey, we appreciate y'all so much coming through. We appreciate y'all so much.
We appreciate you guys so much. It's your girl, Tamika.
It's your boy, E-Rocknim, a.k.a. Chef E-Rocknim. I'm on the 1, 2, 3, and 4s on the stove.
Oh my gosh, we keep it real.
We keep it raw.
We keep it uncut.
All day.
We are
Marriage Takeover.
Listen, we help couples win in their marriage by identifying their triggers and breaking generational cycles. We are so excited to be here tonight. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We missed y'all last week. We were on for just a quick moment last week, but we miss you guys.
Hey.
If this is your first time, go ahead, drop a one down. Make sure that you hit that subscribe and follow and the notifications link so whenever we're live that you don't miss us. All right?
Yep.
We are here every Thursday for Kitchen Conversation.
Every
7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then on Monday, we're here at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for prayer. All right?
couples prayer.
So, what's good, fam? How's everybody been?
What?
What's on the menu, babes? What you cooking?
What is on the menus?
We want to welcome you, DJ Chef Richie. Okay, Sassy Shell. We got C, Renee, 6. Love it. Hey, Surgical Doc, what's good?
What? It's roll call? Oh, who I know came in?
Honey, what's for dinner?
Huh? Oh, hey, my bad. She going right here. I wanted to holler out to my folks.
What is for dinner?
What it do, fam? Hey, what we got going on today, we're going to go with some shrimp and broccoli with herb stir fried with a garlic butter. That ain't done. Yeah, no, touch that button, girl. That's how you do it, right? Aaliyah said it was going to work. I might have to switch up my It's working now?
Yeah.
All right, so that's what we got going on in the kitchen tonight. And we're going to have, we got some hot topics. Can you say hot?
Oh, that's Hot Pockets, huh?
Yeah. Hey,
Hot Pockets.
hot topics. We can still say the same thing. Hot topics.
Ooh. So what's good? So last week, if y'all
wait a minute. Hey, just ask real quick, because we know we jumped on like 30 minutes early last week. Listen, I would tell y'all.
If y'all missed
that
the
prayer
challenge.
Oh my, hey, if you was on the prayer challenge last week, go ahead, drop some 1s and 2s in that thing. Like, oh, me, I was there. I'm telling you, because that thing was on point.
Yes, we had a great time last week, so it was phenomenal. If you missed it, I don't know what you was doing with your life.
I don't know what you was doing, Slim.
It was so good. We talked a lot about just different topics, like how to pray, why to pray, the power of prayer, sanctifying your spouse versus covering your spouse. We talked. And then the intimacy and how you have to be intimate.
That thing got
with,
sick.
God first instead of you trying to be intimate with your spouse.
Look at how like you go and get a replay.
Your heart condition.
Hey,
so it was really good. It was so good.
Oh yeah, that thing. Listen. I know y'all like, oh man, y'all just jazzing it. No, that's why I was like, yo, if you was there, go let them know how it was.
And so the gold spy, she said, what? It was so good. And then what else did we do? So we talked last week about the children and how when you were not on one accord, when the kids come to divide and conquer. So y'all heard from the mouth of the baby. Y'all,
hey,
the baby said
she coming back for round 2. Come on, slide on in here, mama. I know you working hard. Listen. She is already here, and she is ready. Y'all know she for those of you that don't know, this is our AV.
Hey y'all.
Hey y'all.
Hey y'all.
Hey girl.
Hey y'all. Y'all remember that song back in the day?
Yes. Hey Hunty. So she got all of the devices. So we are. Do you need help with monitoring anything, honey? Are you going to be able to have the conversation?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, she got it.
Okay.
She is a
Hey, Eloise. We got Facebook on the line. Hey, Rashida. What is good? She said Coach E is so hype. I love it. Yes. We got Rashida on Facebook. We got Eloise on Facebook. Let's go. Y'all ready to go. Who else we got on here? We got Facebook. We got TikTok. We got IG. Which one is IG,
we got everyone. Hey, who?
Your phone.
My phone is IG.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's just TikTok.
That's
so
TikTok.
We got Priscilla. Who else we got?
Roll call.
I know. We got quite a few people. So we have Priscilla. We got Sandra. We got relationship coach mentorship. Let's go. Come on, y'all. So we're excited about Kitchen Conversations. And we got LOG. Welcome, LOG. And so we had Wife's Lounge last night. It was so good. It was so good. And,
hey, listen,
it was so good.
I'm not hyping it. I'm really not.
And the
I
Bro
promise
Talk,
you.
we had Bro Talk earlier
But Bro
week.
Talk on Tuesday night was sick.
Your girl is tired.
Yo, listen, I ain't gonna front with y'all. Yo, we've been moving.
Yeah. So
we've been moving.
Your girl is tired. So just I'm even in here. Okay, Coach Ray. Let's go. Come on. So yeah, no, we were with the Divide and Conquer. So the kids were our daughter was talking about how she had been perfecting her skill for like 5 years because we weren't on one accord. So what she would do is she would play us against one another.
Yeah,
the kids, they divide and conquer. So if you're having problems with your kids, it's probably because
not necessarily.
I'll say this: the kids take an opportunity to divide and conquer when you are not on one accord.
There you go.
I'll say that. I'll say that.
Or have not set the boundary
right
of being on one accord.
Right. So when
Coach Ray?
Yeah, that's why I was like, Coach Ray was good. So when we go through that process, right? So Aaliyah, do you want to just kind of give them a recap from what you said last week and then break right on in?
Go and break it down.
So I'm not in this frame.
You are in the frame, baby.
Come on, jump in the frame.
That one. Sorry.
So basically a recap of what I said last week. So I can't speak for every child out there.
Speak up.
For me.
Speak up. Say it with your chest.
Get some volume in that joint. Hey, y'all gotta excuse her. She was hollering. I took her to a K-pop concert last night.
She had her first concert, y'all.
But no, it's not her first
K-pop.
Her first K-pop concert.
So the first concert was Dougie Fresh.
No,
it
was Bethel Music.
It was Bethel Music.
It was Bethel Music. You're right. So we went from Bethel Music to Dougie Fresh to K-pop. Come on, parents. What is you doing with your life?
Hey, listen.
Yes.
Listen.
We do varieties, right? It's diversity in here, right?
Hey, big time, Slim. You hear me? Big time.
Let's go. So let's give a recap.
A recap from last week, I was saying how it took me like 5 years to perfect this skill. I'm going to call it a skill. And I would know when to ask them and how to ask them and who to ask for something that I wanted.
Hey.
To make sure I got like the best end of the deal.
Did she say 5 years to perfect the joint though?
5 years to perfect. That's what she said last week. That's why I was like, she said 5 years, y'all.
I think this is me really catching what she was saying.
I'm just saying, because you gotta perfect it. Because if you make a mistake here and there, they're gonna catch on. So you gotta make sure you don't make mistakes. Granted, you do perfect it by trial and error, but there can't be those many errors. So you have to perfect it.
Right.
I'm with you.
And so the challenge that we faced when we were going through different patches and different times inside of our life or inside of our marriage is when we aren't on one accord, it not only just affects us, but it also affects the children. It does not just affect us in our household. It affects our money. It affects our conversations. It affects our sex life, our intimacy. It affects our children. It affects how we parent our children. It affects how our children see relationships. It affects how our children see conflict. It affects how our children even see communication.
Come on, mama.
So we're going to unpack this on tonight for the length of time that we have here to cook on tonight. So I just wanted to make sure that we brought that into your perspective. So tell me what you think about what are some of those things when you are not on one accord with your spouse. What are some of the things that you notice are conflict areas or trigger areas? What do you see taking place when you're not on one accord?
Come on. That's good.
Drop that in the comments for us. Let us know. Hey, Crystal.
Hey, and also what I want to tell you all too, because I don't know if y'all remember at the beginning of the year, we had a vision board party, and it was so funny that my daughter, she had to go to a K-pop concert, and what happened was, it just all of a sudden just came. Well, I think it came across a feed or whatever she was listening to.
No, so what happened was she put it up on the board, and so that the difference between just having a board and making a board and putting it and making it visible, and the actions towards having an effective vision board. When she put that up there, she did the board. I said, okay, well, what do you need to do next? You need to go and find out, like, where they're in concert. Where are they? Where are they hanging out there? Where are they when are they coming to the U.S.? Because you know they're not U.S. based.
They're Korean, Slim.
Wait. But for the record, they were on there because I only have 5 things on my vision board, and I didn't know what else to put on there. And you said, where you want to go, and then you want to do like a concert or something, and when you said concert, I thought K-pop. I said, all right then.
But she had to put action towards it. So thank God she was obedient, and she went and looked it up, because she might have missed the concert last night because it was coming around so fast and the tickets were selling.
Hey, but the funny thing was, she put that up and ended up going to 2. She was part of she was down at a conference that had a private concert with Dougie Fresh. So you know we had fun there.
But she didn't really know who Dougie Fresh was though.
But either way, she was still there. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, she was there, but she was. You know how when the kids be like, "That's old people music." I'm like, girl, watch your mouth. So we got. Let's see. We tend not to be intimate. Somebody else said pretty much everything. Somebody else said silence, not communicating, and no intimacy. So you're right. So I didn't see anything come through.
No peace and no togetherness.
No peace and no togetherness. You're absolutely right. Those are the things that start to affect you when you're not on one accord. When you're not on one accord, think about all those different areas that affect your life.
Right. But real quick though, hey, Aaliyah, when we wasn't on one accord, how did you notice from then to now the things that affected you, whether it was how we was communicating with each other, how we were showing love? How did that affect you?
Your triggers. So when I say your triggers, I mean like how y'all.
What you know about triggers?
I listen to y'all like 24/7.
Yes, she does. Yes, she does.
When I say triggers, I mean like how you guys were shut down, and so then it's like it doesn't really teach me how to speak up because y'all like the example. So if y'all are saying something, trying to speak your mind, but then you just shut down, that's teaching me. I shouldn't speak my mind and just like go with the flow.
Yeah,
so
that's so true.
So how did that play out in your life?
Ooh, y'all
to where you identified it, because we recognize where it's coming from. But no, what we're saying is the reason why I wanted the family on here so that we're still work in progress.
Yeah,
we're still growing. We're still utilizing the very same tools because you do not stop using the tools. Every day you've got to be able to catch yourself. Go ahead and tell them, baby. What you was about to say?
Oh, I was going to say, PSA. For anybody out there who thinks that we have the perfect marriage, we still work on our marriage every day. So our marriage is great, but it's a work in progress. Like, we still work on, like Dad said.
We work to keep it.
Huh? What's PSA?
Public service announcement.
Public service announcement.
I'm like, what's wrong with your face? What's going on? Fix your face.
Fix your face.
Yeah, so public service announcement. So we work on the very same tools because we know they work. And that's why we always say to use the tools. So yes, you're absolutely right. But go ahead, baby girl. How did it affect you? So somebody else, before you do that, somebody else said that we're not friends when we're not on one accord. Somebody else said, oh, that's good. How does it affect the kids? That's good. Wow. Come on, Aaliyah, speaking. Hey, Jaleesa. And then we got Rashida.
You didn't spell my name right.
They did. They know you.
Oh.
She said, can she come over for dinner sometime? Absolutely. Tyler worships? Yes. You absolutely can.
Go ahead. Bring it on down now.
So, Aaliyah.
I honestly forgot the question. Can you please
So, how did that affect you in your communication? How did that affect you in your coping skills, your social skills?
So, I don't know if you guys checked out their communication course. So, in there, they have the different communication
What's in the membership,
styles.
so they probably did.
Well, y'all should get the membership.
Y'all just sell it to them, baby. Tell them what they need to be. Tell them what they need to be. Lord have mercy.
And so they go over the communication styles. So there's assertive, passive aggressive, aggressive, and passive.
Right.
And so as a result, I feel like I'm passive, but y'all say I'm passive aggressive. But as a result, like when I'm talking to people or like things happen, I don't like share my opinion as often as I should. In which case, it results. Y'all know how it is. It ain't a good life. It really ain't. Because it's like people do stuff that you ain't okay with, and you just like let it go because it's like, I shouldn't speak up. And so it's like just this cycle till you realize you just done and tired, and then you just get mad, you just explode. It's exhausting.
And so what that also shows is, remember, so it's generational.
Right.
Right? How you carry out your marriage, your relationship is teaching the children. And so as a result, the coping mechanism that they have, how they feel, how they reserve, what they see, they then carry that thing out if it's not corrected.
Right.
They then go through the same cycles inside of their life when it comes to communication, when it comes to their finances, when it comes to...
Because we wouldn't know any different.
Right, because you don't know any... Your example is inside of your home. You learn everything first inside of your home.
Listen, my mom always told me charity starts at home. Love starts at home. Everything that you should be learning should start in your home.
Yeah.
Because if it's not taught in the home, then it's going to be taught from somewhere else. Mm-hmm. But then that brings about a whole nother issue.
Right.
And so this is the thing. It's like, because we recognize, hey, we recognize what our boundaries are. No, it's good. I need to hurry and get out of there. We recognize what our boundaries are, and we also move towards that. And so it's like for her, it's not do as we say, but not as we do. No,
right.
It's like, no, we set the example.
Right.
And so it's like, no, we don't, even when we have disagreement, we don't hide our disagreements because she's still going to have to learn how to deal with conflict.
Right.
And so, but again, where she can see us come together on one accord, then she's able to learn how to work through that conflict. Do you have any example on conflict that you had to work through, to where you had the example from how me and Mom worked through our conflict?
I know we're putting you on the spot.
I know we're putting you on the spot.
I gotta think for a minute. So, like with you guys,
No, from watching us resolve our conflict, how did that make you confident in resolving any conflict that you had with anybody?
Like with your friends. Remember the situation you went through last year? And being able to really be honest?
So in all honesty, when that happened with my friends, that's when I was still like passive aggressive and I was like fed up. So I was like, y'all about to get what I'm feeling, y'all about to hear what I'm about to say.
Y'all about to get these hands with words.
Exactly. And in a way it kinda does go along with the example, because like you said, you guys still work through your courses, like every day it's still like something that you need to constantly do. But even though there are times where like you guys dodge some subjects because you know how it'll end up. So that's what I was doing before too, but then it's like once you guys finally had enough, you're like, no, we need to talk about this, we need to get this through. That's like what that was in that situation.
Okay, that's good. Sweet. That's good, and that's good. And so one of our listeners, they say yes, not hiding conflict. That's so good. Definitely didn't experience that till I got older because parents didn't argue in front of us, and that was one of the things that I think that it's good to show, not like busting down,
not going all the way in,
up fighting or whatever. But I do think that it's okay to have healthy disagreements in front of your children,
right? Because
in life we're gonna have disagreements. In life there is conflict,
right?
And so if we're going through life and everything is perfect, or we're trying to shield our children from not being able to deal or handle or manage conflict, then the challenge comes when they face conflict in real life. They don't know how to handle it.
Right.
And so we were talking with Dr. Cassandra Bollard this past week, and that podcast
is going to drop on the 20th.
On the 20th. That is going to be amazing.
Y'all better get it.
And so we were just talking about, okay, how do we shift the narrative when it comes to making sure that our children are getting what they need in a space where everything is changing around them? right? How do we make sure that they have the right coping skills? Well, number one, they got to see it. Like, they have to see it displayed. They have to see healthy conversations. They have to see how you're loving each other healthy. They have to see how you're serving one another. Because believe it or not, when their first example of a relationship is how you have your relationship with your spouse or your significant other.
Right.
So how you talk to them, how you love them, how you allow them to treat you, how you treat them, that's their first example.
Right.
And not only with their significant other, but with you all as the parents as well. So if you guys are married and you don't respect your spouse, then that's showing your children that they don't need to respect their parents.
Ooh, talk about that.
God,
talk about that one, baby.
God.
Talk about that one.
Ooh, hold on, wait a minute.
Talk about that
hey, let me just put this out here real quick.
Talk about that one.
She don't have no script, so
yeah.
But dang, go ahead, babe. I'm listening. Ooh, drop that one.
So when you and your spouse aren't respecting each other, or you're allowing one of the spouses not to respect you, it's teaching the kids a behavior pattern.
Mm-hmm. So with me, when I was younger, I remember having heated fellowships often. That's what they call them. Heated fellowships.
Often.
Fellowships.
Wait, often?
Baby, can you get your head out the camera? We see the slither of the top of your head, the bald head, peeking through the camera.
Sorry.
Jeez.
Go ahead.
Well, not often, but frequently seems more often than often. So I'll just say often. But I see them having heated fellowships every now and again. How about that? Every now and again. And
Go ahead.
Go ahead, baby. And
she looking at me
when they had those heated fellowships, like I said, they didn't like try to hide it. They would just have them in the house, like whenever like the situation arose, they talk about it, which would end up in a heated fellowship. But like I'd hear it, and so then how they're treating each other shows me, or like it kind of leaks onto me how I would teach them. Because I come to realize, because I was talking to my dad, about a month or two ago, when my brother was here, because there was something that was going on that I didn't like how it was playing out, and so I talked to my dad about it, and so then the conversation had went into respect, and so then when he brought up respecting them, like as parents and my mom and dad, I thought about it, and I was like, I don't really know how to respect y'all, because it's like since I was younger, I'm not saying that you guys fought like 24/7. But they didn't fight 24/7. That they didn't.
But we didn't show one another respect.
Yeah, they didn't like show like a clear way to respect. I mean, you could tell that they loved each other, but at the same time, it's like, okay, you're showing love every now and again, but like, how exactly do I respect?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's good. And then it also gave the ability sometimes to choose sides.
Right.
Okay, I'm going to choose who I'm going to respect based off of who's getting the most respect.
And based
that
off,
puts a wider wedge inside of the marriage, inside of your relationship.
Yep.
Did I spell conquer right?
It's all right, baby. It's all right.
No, you did not spell conquer right. But we're going to work on that. I just realized it. No, we're going to work on that.
Because I just looked at it.
Hey, Ricky, what's good? So it's important to understand it and how you mitigate it, right? How you deal with it. You got to deal with the issues head on.
Yeah.
Sometimes we run from it. Sometimes we hide from it because it's like, I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to fool with that. I don't want to this. But what happens when we do that is we sweep things underneath the rug, and then it's a cycle.
Yep.
I'm telling you, like it's scientifically proved it's a cycle. And then when the next big thing takes place, you not only have that thing, but then you got the thing that you swept underneath the rug, and now it's bigger, and it gets bigger, and it gets bigger. So how do we stop and
lost your train of thought?
How do we stop and make sure that we are correcting the patterns, or fixing the patterns, or stopping the patterns so that they don't continue? You got to deal with, why are you not on one accord? Right.
And I'm going to listen, because that's the one thing. It's like, okay, what is the solution? So I'm going to be honest with you. Listen, because on the 24th and 25th, we have a 2-day summit.
Yes.
We have a 2-day marriage takeover summit that is coming up. So I'm going to tell you, check it out. Go ahead and grab your ticket. It's virtual. And I know within that's first stop. Second stop, I'm gonna be honest with you, jump into membership. Because when you jump into membership, guess what? Oh man, like we was talking about the bro talk, that joint was on fire. Dang. And when we talked about, you know, the wife's lounge, oh my goodness. From what she said, that joint was fire. And from, I think one of them was on here earlier talking about how great it was. And so when you're talking about it, because a lot of times we may not know how to. When I say we, as in you may not know how to. So let me connect with somebody that knows how to. Because if you have the answer that can help me to better me, then guess what? That's who I need to be with. That's who I need to talk to. Because listen, right here you see it, we're very transparent. Oh, we're going to let you know the deep sounds of it. We're going to let you know what to look out for. The whole nine. We're going to let you know even the very things that you're going to have to battle with.
Right.
And that's the thing, so that you won't have to feel like you're being ambushed, or you don't have to feel like you don't recognize where is it coming from, or how, or why is it taking place. Because there are a lot of times we simply do not know, because we have not had any solution put in front of us. We just think that, oh, it's a way of life.
And sometimes you need a mediator. Like sometimes you need somebody to just come in the midst of the situation, because I don't know if anybody has ever had this syndrome, right? They'd be like, well, you're hard to talk to. You can't talk to nobody. It's like it's your one-way track of mind, your one-way thought process, and it's no different. You can't see anything outside of that. So sometimes being able to have somebody to come and sit in the middle of it. Just sit in the middle of your conversation, you can kind of help navigate and mediate the conversation, so you can really like bring to light the facts. And then we have what we call our belief system, right? That belief system will come into play. That BS, baby. They said that you need to be on the next podcast. They said you need to have your own panel, be on a panel. That BS, I'm telling you, the BS, your belief system is based off of what you believe, what you've experienced, what you've been taught, and sometimes being able to shift or to improve your marriage, your relationship, you have to navigate and reshape your belief system. And sometimes it's hard for people to do that. Sometimes it's hard for you to feel like your role should be nothing other than what you already thought that your role was inside of your marriage. Right. And that's one of the things that we mentioned in our book. Like, read who told you that, you know, the wife has to always cook and clean? Who told you?
Right.
Who told you?
Who told you that?
Right. Who told you that you had to play a certain role inside of your marriage? Right.
Hey, question for you. Who also told you that you don't have to submit to your kids? Who told you that you didn't have to?
Or that you didn't have to apologize to your kids?
Yeah. You raise your hand.
Can I just say?
Yes.
When you guys have that specifically, when you don't apologize to your kids or don't submit to your kids, that is getting them used to disrespect. Because it's getting them used to that their opinion does not matter, that their voice does not matter, that they do not need to be heard. Yeah. And those are not good habits that they need to have as they grow up.
Why would you say that?
That's how y'all were at first.
No, but I'm saying, why would you say that and pertain to you? Of course, we recognize that's how we were at first. We understand
so
that.
So if this is your first time tuning in, listen, Marriage Takeover was birthed out of our
crap.
Overcoming our crap, overcoming our brokenness, overcoming being on the brink of divorce. And God showed us everything that we needed to do to shift our marriage, to turn our marriage around. And so now we have been married 24 years. It'll be 25 years in May, y'all.
Yeah, child.
25 years. And as a result of that, we've been able to help so many other couples win inside of their marriage. So the marriage work is real. And if you don't have somebody to, like if you can't go to somebody in your church, or maybe the therapy inside of your church, or the counseling inside of your church, or something, it didn't work out, or you don't have it, that's what Marriage Takeover is here for.
Come to us.
Right? So make sure that you come in, you get connected. We love on you, and I know that if, the members that are outside of our group and inside of our community, we got a bomb community on Facebook, TikTok, we and IG. We just love on you, right?
So yes. So listen, if you're not in the Facebook community, jump in our Facebook community, because that's where a whole lot go down in the Facebook community. So yeah, jump in there, because listen, we are building one another. Because the thing is, we have grasped the essence of what marriage is.
Yeah.
And when you're talking about legacy, here, this is legacy right here. My daughter, my son, that's legacy. So it's how I train, how I teach them now and train. Because understand, the scripture tells us what? Train up a child in the way they should go. So when they get old, they would not depart.
Yes.
Train up a child. And it is not, listen, yes, we bring them up in the fear and the admonition of the Lord. But guess what, though? But what way should they go?
Yeah.
Do you want them to go in a way to where they're always being stepped, always being looked over, never being heard, not being able to handle conflict?
Right.
Do you want them to go in that area? Because listen, because my daughter, she got bullied at one point. I had to ask her, like, yo, we some thugs over here. How you getting bullied? But it got to that point. She was like, well, Dad, I didn't want to get in trouble. Why didn't you want to get in trouble? Because. Oh, go ahead. You break it down.
It wasn't just I didn't want to get in trouble.
What
I
was?
didn't know it was bullying. Because based off of what I knew at school, is that when someone constantly bothers you. Me personally, he didn't bother me. He just like tried to prove that he was smarter. And so I'm just like, okay, baby, I'm smart too, even though you're like 2 grades ahead of me. But okay.
Listen, when he kept trying, I said, listen, this is all I told him. I said, listen, if I got to come to the school, you better go ahead and tell them to have their daddy there because I'm coming. That's his bottom line, period. Mm-hmm. But because of what was going on in the house at the time, there was no voice that she had.
Right.
To say, yo, nah, dude, leave me alone. Or, you know what I'm saying? Or to really stand up to him. Or, how about this? Or, she still didn't feel comfortable enough to come to us.
Right. And that's another thing when we are going through, when we are inside of our marriage and our conflict, our turmoil, we are not on one accord. What happens is we aren't able most of the time to see what our children are going through. And as a result of that, our children are lost to fend for themselves.
Come on.
And where we're supposed to be there to guide them and to, help them along the way. And so I love it. So Crystal said, you don't know until you know, right? And hey, Charnel. And she said, both EJ and Aaliyah are good kids. Thank you so much, Rashida.
Appreciate
Thank you so much. Listen, we have
Finish your thought.
Yeah, no. I was just gonna say we've done a really good job of trying to make sure that we see our children. But when we were in our mess, because we were trying to make sure we were pleased, that we were satisfied, that we were, where we needed to be in our own selfishness, we weren't able to see our children and to help our children through.
Yeah.
And like I said, like when you guys don't submit to your children, when you don't apologize, like when you make them feel like their voice or opinion doesn't matter, that also, like, to them subconsciously, it's like, oh, I can't come to my parents.
Right.
Because that's how it was. Because there was a point in life, like some kids.
A point in life.
There was a point in life.
Listen, y'all, she's just 14.
Right. She talking like she already 21.
But there was a point in life where, like, I felt lonely, and so that loneliness then turned into depression.
Yeah.
But I never told my parents because I felt like I couldn't come to them.
Yeah.
And
so she suffered in silence.
Mm-hmm.
And what happens is, so now I need you to see how it's taking place. So now you got the enemy coming into your marriage, right? He's put a division inside of your marriage. Now because the marriage is now divided, now it's starting to trickle down into even your children.
Yep.
Right? So now you've got your children who are facing different things. And y'all, all of this stuff that be going on in school, I know it's been a minute since I've been in school and since I've been in grade school, but it is ridiculous, all of the stuff that they're going through. So now you got the enemy because the enemy has infiltrated your marriage, has now inside of your what you going through, what you're dealing with. So now you can't see clearly, you can't think clearly, you're not praying like you're supposed to, you're not honoring God like you're supposed to. Now it's infiltrating down through your children. You still can't see what's going on inside of your children because you're still trying to navigate and uphold and juggle what you got going on inside of your life.
Come on, baby. You saying that. I need to get to school.
I'm gonna need you to get everything you need.
Listen, I need you to get somewhere to sit down.
So yes, now you have all these things going outside, and now the children, because they have this void, they start to open up and to explore other areas.
They act out.
They act out.
They call it acting out.
They act out. They go and find somebody else to confide in. They go and fill these voids with different friends and different relationships and different boyfriends and different girlfriends and toxic relationships because guess what? all they know is toxic relationships.
Oh, and y'all, let me tell you, when you feel like you were only heard when you were in a toxic relationship, me as a child, because it's like, if the home isn't a safe place, or if they don't feel comfortable, they'll look for it elsewhere. Whether it's something toxic, whether it's something good or not, they'll still go to where they feel accepted or feel like where they're comfortable or where they're happy. So let me tell you, I was in this toxic friendship, and like this is the example that she was saying that happened with my friend a year ago. Y'all, took me about what, 3-4 years to finally get done. Like I was done after 3-4. It took me 3 to 4 years. Just be like, I'm not doing this. Y'all got that? I'm out. I'm done, because this is exhausting.
Yeah. But she had to find safety in order to be able to do that.
That is true, because when it happened, because around the time I started noticing the subtle patterns, it was around the time where I was getting more comfortable with my parents, and I started like opening up to them more, because when I started noticing the patterns, it was past the phase. It was after my depressed phase, and it was like after a couple other things. But once I started feeling comfortable with them, that's when I started feeling comfortable with my parents. When I started noticing the subtle patterns that my friends would have, and so then when I talked to my parents about it, because like then I felt comfortable like to talk to them. When I talked to them about it, they give me some good old wisdom, because you know y'all lived life, so y'all got wisdom. We'll just say it like that. And so so they gave me some wisdom, and then from there I had to figure out how to go. But even now, because like even though I barely talk to my friends now, because I was like the whole group. When I spoke my opinion, everybody left. I was like, dang.
Right.
But then that's like, for me, I was okay, because now I feel comfortable in my own home and with my parents. And so now I'm not.
And that builds confidence within yourself, right?
Maybe for another child, but not for me.
But you had to learn how to love yourself in order to be okay with saying, I don't want this.
Ooh, baby, that was good. So think about it. If you don't truly love yourself, don't you know one thing that our kids can find is the truth. And kids know if you're being real or if you're just putting on a show.
Right.
And they'll know if you don't really love yourself, how can you actually show love to someone else? And that is the thing. So it's like, let's and that's a piece. I say no, because she'll tell you. I say work like no. What do you like?
Right.
No, what do you love? I love me. What do you love? It meaning you love it regardless of who's watching. Don't matter who's saying they want to judge you or whatnot. Because guess what? You're gonna always have haters.
And we got YouTube, y'all. YouTube is on the line. Welcome, YouTube. We appreciate y'all.
We is all over the place.
I know. Welcome, YouTube.
Wow, and that's so good.
Yeah, listen, and it's important. So how do we shift that? Because y'all know dinner is done. So how do we shift that? Number one, you got to make a decision.
Yep.
Right? You have to make the decision to say, okay, listen, we can't keep moving forward in this direction.
Right.
How do we stop this dangerous cycle, this toxic cycle? Let's sit down and figure out, why are we not on one accord?
Right.
Because with that cycle, it won't only mess with like your marriage, but also your children as well.
And then their relationship. So now, guess what? Now you creating legacy.
Right.
And even then, it also can the child can develop hate towards their parents.
Yeah.
Because like whether like you guys went through something, like as the husband and wife, or you guys went through something, a split up, or you're still together, like the children can develop hate towards you guys.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Dang.
And then you have to go through that healing process. So once you decide, you make that decision. Once you do that, then you have to, okay, now sit down. Why are we not on one accord? Then you forgive yourself. You forgive your spouse. And then you go to your children and you apologize to your children and ask your children to forgive you. And then you start that journey and that healing for yourself first. And as you start that healing process for you, then you and your spouse can start working on the healing process for your unity to be restored.
And it's gonna be so funny because, like, for me,
and Crazy Cole opened and said, "Yep, true,
and
love it."
And the one thing that kind of tripped me out, because even when you have that balance in your home, a lot of times it won't matter where the kids are coming from. Because I used to coach, and during the time while we was getting on the role of recovery and healing, I began to deal with the kids that I was coaching at one school, and it came down to that point where it was like, yo, no, tell me what's on your mind, okay?
Right.
Tell me why are you responding this way? But then it's like, Coach, no one has never actually sit back to listen to what I'm saying. Like, what do you mean by that? Well, it's like, my parents, they just want to fuss at me and keep it moving. I was like, okay, well, we listening now. Right. So what does that mean? Because, don't get me wrong, it does take a village. But then you want to ask yourself, what part of the village are you want to be?
Right.
The one that's healed or the one that's still trying to be healed?
And we can do this, y'all. Right? You can win in your marriage. You can win in your family. You can win.
You can win.
And we want you to know that you can win. All you need is the right tools.
That's it.
Angelisa, I love that. If you mad, make a decision. Is that yours? Because if it ain't yours, I'm going to use that. I love it.
But hey.
I love it.
But that's where it's
make
at.
Make a decision.
And so
we appreciate you guys so much.
One person said they've been toxic parents.
And that's okay.
And that's okay.
To know that you've been a toxic parent. Listen. This is no condemnation.
No.
The thing is, we want you to help to identify where you are.
Right.
And then now let's shift the narrative. Let's change it around.
Yeah.
So now that you know what you've been, we were toxic parents.
Oh my God.
Now that you know where you've been.
You know that toxic that be bubbling and yeah, we was toxic.
You know the green toxic that you see on the cartoons? And they got the little things smelling on it. So if you've been toxic, it's okay. Now the point is, stop for a moment, make that decision, and let's shift the narrative.
Yeah.
Get inside of a community. We love to have you here in Marriage Takeover. Get inside of a community where you can start to change the narrative, and change your story, and teach your children and heal through that process.
Because guess what? The more you heal, the more you'll be able to wrap your arms around your kids, and guess what? And the more they will heal.
Yeah.
And plus, like they said, this is no condemnation. What matters is like how you move forward, and apologize, and then it matters how you move forward. Because even then,
don't apologize and do the same thing though.
Because when you do that, that just teaches your child not to trust you.
Basically,
because you can apologize over and over again and still do the same things. It's like whether they come to talk to you or not, or when you come to realization yourself. If they go to talk to you, then it's like, okay, no matter what I say, they're not going to change anyways because they just apologized, but they did the same thing. So is there even a point in bringing this back up? Like, I don't want to waste my oxygen here.
But here's what you do through that process. Listen, you're going to need grace.
Yeah, you gotta show yourself some grace. Yeah.
And so you ask the kids, hey, listen, if you notice this showing up, just let me know. Maybe not in the moment, but let me know.
So, hey, good Lord. Hey, listen though.
Oh, she said, what we cooking? We got some shrimp, broccoli, and rice. It's like a stir fry.
Yeah, we got broccoli and shrimp stir fry. So,
and I want to. Is it okay if I announce it?
No, not yet.
Okay.
So, wait a minute. What you announce? Oh no, give it a second. Let me finish this thought real quick. And so the thing is, and I want to give you all a good example. And so you all know I used to drink the energy drinks, right? So me and my daughter back in November time frame. We had pinky promise, and I pinky promised I would not drink another Monster drink. Well, I got hard one time, and I was out by myself, and I bought one and drunk it. Wouldn't nobody have known that I drunk it, but the guilt was on me because I made my daughter a promise that I just broke.
He broke it, y'all.
I broke the promise, and so she said, and so then my son was like, no. Dad, listen, we're going to give you another shot. All right, cool. But then now we all made a deal that if I drink one before the end of March.
End of April.
Oh, sorry. The end of April. So I'm talking about the end of April, then I can't ride this year. So you already know that was a hard one for me. But this is the thing that got me.
And that's Ryder's motorcycle.
That's right, my motorcycle.
All of our new viewers.
So, but this is the part that got me. Why did they have to bring something collateral in? Because at that point, because I broke the promise, I broke my word with them. we should, you want to make sure that out of anybody, you should always want to, men, you want to always, I'm just saying men because that's what I am. You want to always keep your word with your kids because they'll know that, you know what, hey, my dad always kept his word with me, so I got to keep my word.
Yeah.
Go ahead, baby. Go ahead. What we got? Hello?
She said you could take it. It's not originally hers.
Appreciate it. Oh.
She said it's not originally hers.
The man. So yeah. So go through that process, and then Crazy Cole opened and said, and your kids will talk, and I think we're trying to say love on you more.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
They
now
really
I can't. This girl stays under me. She stays under me like. Yeah, but I don't mind.
Don't be afraid of the journey.
Oh my God, don't be. Please don't be afraid of the journey.
Don't be afraid of the journey.
Don't be.
Sometimes we go through, especially as adults, if rejection is a thing for us, we are afraid to go through the process because we're afraid of what's going to, what it's going to look like. Are they going to accept us? Are they not going to accept us? Are they going to love us?
Right.
Are they going to, is it going to work? So don't be afraid of the process.
Right. I wish. Go ahead.
The most important thing is to sit down and to be open. Genuine, and honest.
I want to just for somebody that might be listening. I want to tell you all something that my son, my oldest one, caught the blunt of all of it.
All the worst of the worst.
And the thing is that he was, as they would say, he was let's say he was a handful in school. To the point where I even lost my job because I had to go to the school a lot. But this was the thing. The more that we begin to heal, guess what? The more his behavior changed.
Right.
Because we took him out of private school, homeschooling. I mean, we took him out of school, public school, homeschooled him, and then put him back in private school because he was playing football. What's the problem?
I just saw you spit.
Somewhere.
Anyway, y'all just went inside.
That's why I moved my
So anyhow, don't do that. But the thing is, when we begin to shift, because my son on all this stuff, and I mean to the point where they're trying to give him medicine, and it was like I'm like, hold on, this can't be it. And so what happened was, when we begin to shift, we begin to just pour out so much love on him. And in in pouring that love out on him, guess what? He began to shift. It's not something that I can't say it was the love that we began to share, because when we put him back in understand that same thing carries, his record carries. And so only thing that we did, we asked the guidance people, do not present it to him. And guess what? They had no problems with him, and he had so much favor throughout the rest of his high school days, and continued on through college.
Yes.
Even to the point where he even graduated a whole year early.
And he in grad school.
And he in grad school right now.
Listen, I'm so happy. I'm so excited. Chef Yorel said, "Mama, I made it. You made it just in the nick of time, Chef Yorel." Yes.
But I just want to say, even if you guys apologize to your children and you make changes, don't get discouraged if you don't see a change in them immediately.
Right.
Everyone has their own journey to go on.
Right.
So
you dropping so much.
You're dropping some gems out this joint, Flip.
Out here, making me a proud mama. You are so amazing. So yeah,
you guys can you guys can go on your own healing journey and apologize and do differently. But then again, your children also have to go on their own healing journey to be able to accept that you're doing something differently.
Yeah.
Because I can even share from experience. Y'all know how we have that lovely little cockapoo. At first, I didn't like her. I probably still don't
like my
but
puppy.
Either way, because I didn't like her because it took me a long time to get attention from my mom. And then all of a sudden, this dog comes in. As soon as we get her, she gets a whole bunch of love. And so for me, that was just, that just really irked me. And then there was something that happened that just made it seem like the dog was more important to me. And so in turn, I started hating the dog. And so then me and my mom talked about it, and then she apologized, and now she's doing differently. But I still need to heal myself.
Right.
Because now I'm holding her to the past, and I'm just waiting for her to relapse or something. Just to be like, see, I knew it was going to change.
And it's the guards.
Right. And her own healing process And it's important. So for Aaliyah too, I think she was used to me being home. I was home with her for like the first 3 years of her life.
Yeah.
And so she was used to that. And when I changed and went back to work, she was like, wait a minute. And then she didn't have that, something she was longing for that she didn't really communicate. And then when we got the dog, she was like, well, wait a minute, how the dog get what I want and I don't even get what I want?
Like, how does this work?
Yeah.
I ain't even blood related.
And it's so
hold on. I'm sorry.
What? Okay, well they laughing. So
I'm so sorry.
But when you have balance in the home, because even through that, me and baby girl, our our relationship grew, our bond grew stronger.
Yes. And it's important, and I'm really glad that you said what you said, Aaliyah, because just like the kids have to go through their healing process, your spouse has to go through their healing process.
Yep.
So just because you go through the process of saying that, you know, you're sorry, you forgive them, you're changing different behaviors, if you don't notice your spouse changing yet, don't get discouraged because they both have to go through their healing process.
Yep.
So yeah, that was great. That was great. So
listen,
Buttercup. So, but she's in her she's in the living room now. She's not allowed in the kitchen.
She's allowed in the kitchen now.
But I will have to do more videos of my Buttercup. But yes, she is. Yes. Yeah. I love me some Buttercup.
So
I love my children. I love my husband. I love my family, but I do. Buttercup gives me an emotional, and that was another thing I had to explain to Aaliyah and even my husband.
Yeah, you had to explain that, child.
That it's an emotional, like it's an unconditional love, and it's an emotional, I guess an emotional void or emotional that I needed that she gives me, and so it's like she doesn't require. Well, I can't say she don't require because she does require something.
Dogs are not. I'm telling you,
she can't do what she want to do by herself. I have to do it for her. But there's like such an unconditional love that she offers that I so appreciate and I need in a lot of times. So yes,
we're gonna talk about that later. But God is good. Amen.
Yes.
So listen, I'm gonna tell you, we getting ready to get off and eat. Anybody got any questions, concerns, or comments? Go ahead and drop them in the chat. Because listen, I'm gonna tell you, man, if you're not in the membership, go ahead, jump in the membership. The link is in the bio. And also know.
Aaliyah gave me the side eye when I said I love
her.
So and even she's still healing.
Miss Jalisa, you weren't supposed to see that.
And know that as well. Don't forget about the 24th and 25th, our 2-day virtual summit.
Yes,
it's gonna be off the hook, Slim.
MarriageTakeover.com. You can go there to register. You'll have that as well. And for the singles, listen, we had a heart-to-heart in our wife's lounge last night. We are going to open up our membership portal to our singles in March. So you have been asking, what about the singles? What if we divorce? What if it? Listen, we're gonna open it up, and in March we're gonna have the platform open for everybody. March 1st.
March 1.
Yeah,
it will be
open. Available for everybody.
So you all be catching it as we continue for prayer and what is this called? And kitchen conversation.
Yes.
With your boy, Chef Erod and them. You're at me. Y'all is typing, boy. Good night. Y'all see all these? If somebody know how my AV can get all this on one thing, we'll be good.
Yes. All right.
So, hey, Chef Pharrell, I might have to hit at. Might have to get at you because I got to put some stuff together real quick. I might have to.
Yes. Now you're all included.
I might have to. I might have to grab you up real quick, bro. Like for real.
Yes.
Hey, by the way, Slim, if you're in the ATL area, check out my man Chef Pharrell, Slim. We was down in Atlanta. Hey, Chef Pharrell came through for us. Really hooked us up with some melt in your mouth lamb chops.
Good.
I was like, Slim.
That salmon and the drizzle over.
Oh my God, that bourbon! Oh Jesus!
Really good.
Woo, that joke was good. We still talking about it.
Did you use the seasonings?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
So what we did?
Don't worry about it.
Really?
Oh, go for it. And then also,
here are these Anything Goes seasonings.
Yeah, check out Anything Goes seasoning. Oh yeah, they're sponsors. So yes, these are these are seasons by.
Y'all. We get it together, y'all. We get it together.
Hey, real quick, these are seasons. These are sponsors right here, and these are sponsors. And anything goes. Slim, listen, you can put this on anything. There's one with salt. I'm sorry, wrong one. With salt. And without salt. Slim, you can throw it in.
I don't think any of them have
No,
salt.
it does, baby. It's an ingredient. So you can take one to whatever restaurant and put it on. If you know how sometimes you go to restaurants, not one that me and Chef will be cooking at, but you can go to any one of the restaurants and they be like, I need to put some help on this. So, hey, it's right here. You can throw this in your purse and take it with you.
Yeah. We appreciate you guys so much. We're gonna go ahead and eat so we don't have the food not too cold. We love you guys. We appreciate you guys.
Hey, wasn't my daughter good today? Oh my!
Yeah.
Hey, time out! My daughter just hit me with something. So we had this K-pop joint yesterday, and what was the joint? I mean, it was loves all over the place. I was like, what the world is this?
So, for those that don't know, there is this thing in Korean culture called aegyo, where it's like this person execute. And so, in the K-pop community, or like in the K-pop music genre, the celebrities like to do that often. And so, with that, there's like a series of different ways to do a heart. And so, like, sometimes they'll do this, or like sometimes they'll do this, or like this, or this.
Yeah, this one, this joint threw me, Slim. I was like, what the heck is this? Hey. And then we taking a photo. This all you see in the app was this. I was like, what the heck? And so when they put the elbows together, I tell baby girl, I said, I can't do the elbows. Mine ain't getting it. I got a problem.
We love y'all.
So we're gonna keep it. I just had to drop that in there real quick. But hey, we love y'all, man. Thank y'all for joining us tonight.
We'll see y'all Monday morning for prayer at 9 a.m.
9 a.m. Couples prayer. Hey, also, don't forget, join the membership and join the Facebook community. We love y'all. Holla. Woo!
Hey, hold. Y'all got off here. Give me a minute.
Man, ain't this nice?